All right, folks, what we got here is a Jeep Wrangler. Customer complaint is an exhaust leak. Thought it was a muffler, but I said look underneath, because sometimes it's just a broken bolt by the flange. But this one is not that. I'm going to show you right here. Right there. See that Y pipe? Okay. That pipe is the one that coming from the passenger side. This is the one from the driver's side. It's the two cats. The catalytic converter is attached to it. Comes to a Y pipe, then connects to the intermediate pipe, which runs to the back, and then attaches to the muffler. All right, let me shut this off so we can talk. Okay, so that Y pipe, okay, that connects to the intermediate pipe, is sold with the catalytic converters. The cheapest price I saw was $1,500, and the highest was somewhere about $4,000. Okay, like I said, it comes with the cat converters. So if you were going to change that pipe, that whole assembly has to come off. Hopefully the two bolts holding it to the manifold do not break on you. You have two oxygen sensors that are attached to it. If you can remove those. If not, you have to go for that too. So it's going to be a good chunk of change to change it, to fix it. So what I'm going to do here is, customer does not want to put too much money into it, does not have a lot of money into it. So what I am going to do, since the intermediate pipe looks pretty decent, I am going to put a little connector. I'm going to cut the old piece out of the intermediate pipe over there. Okay, you can see the broken piece inside. I'm going to put a connector over this white pipe and then shove it into the intermediate pipe and put a new clamp on there. So we're going to go nice little fix, since this is just a daily driver, no big deal. And then we just have to support the exhaust system, because I'm trying to figure out why it would break there. It's not like it's rusted away. It doesn't look like it's rusted. It looks like it's snapped. But okay, that's what we're gonna do. Gonna run to the store to see what size these things are. I'm assuming that intermediate pipe is 2.5, and that might be also 2.5. Not sure, but we'll see. All right, let's do this. Ugh. All right, so in order to get to this piece here, we have to drop this cross member going across. It's an 18mm bolt here. The one on that side is already rotted, so it actually fell down. These are on pretty tight. I put some PP plaster on it, so I might get a chance to remove that later. These two, but other than that, I'm just gonna wedge it with a nice 2x4. And the pain in the butt things is to get these little rubber grommet brackets off. So I took this one off for this one in the front. And then there's one in the back above the rear axle, which is that one right there. Okay, little PP blaster. Squeeze it with a pair of pliers or a big screwdriver. Just push it right past that little mushroom end over there. And with this hanging down over here, we're able to get a little bit into it here. So give me a little bit of room, but with this lift, you know, there's going to be a problem here with it. Otherwise, if you have a nice 2-post lift, this will be wide open. You could do all your work, but there's a bend pack scissor lift, and it gives you no access for the middle. But we're going to work around that and see what happens. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to cut this clamp off and then cut this broken pipe that's inside there out. So that's what I'm working on. All right, and then we'll continue. So let's cut this off without damaging the intermediate pipe. Ready? Let's go. All right, folks, so here's where we stand. Okay, this clamp, I think the factory clamp, I think it's actually welded and it's part of this pipe. So even by cutting it, I could not spread it apart. And then it was rotted on this side, you see. So it started to come apart anyway. So what I decided to, look, I even tried to cut the pipe on the inside. Okay, so I can take the inside out, but that ain't working. So after about an hour of cutting, I decided to just hack it off right after the clamp. All right, so after the clamp, you hack it off. There's still a little piece of the little pipe in there that just comes right out. especially since I already cut it. I put a little relief in it. So that's out, and here's where we are. So I'm going to use this connector. It's a 2.5 outside diameter by 2.5 outside diameter. That's the part number right there, 17570. Okay, and then up on top, I'm going to use another connector, 1.5 inside diameter by 1.5 inside diameter, 93513. So this one will fit right over the white pipe nicely. Okay, like that. I'll put a clamp on there. This one goes on the inside of the pipe, only up to a certain point. It stops around here, because it's kind of like it gets smaller up here, so it wedged down. Okay, and I want to try to keep this original bracket here for that rubber clamp. So after you hit this in, clean up all the weld, you know, after you cut it's all rough, and this is going to go right in here like that. You see? All right, and that's going to fit in there nice and perfectly, and then we'll put the rest of the clamps in. So that's the plan. That's the game plan. All right, so I'm going to take this, shove it right in there. I'm going to have to move the whole exhaust system just a little bit, and then point it in. All right, and then we're going to put clamps in there. So most likely it's going to be 3 clamps. 1, 2, right where this connection is, and 3 here. All right, so let's do that. Just want to let you know, it's not easy when you're working by yourself. All right, I had to remove the muffler from the back bracket also, this one here. All right, but the weight of the muffler made it worse, so I did this little fugazi setup. Check this out. Held the muffler up, gave me a little wiggle room to move back and forth. I was able to squeeze that pipe in, and we are set. All right, so I'm going to put the muffler back on so I don't have to hold the weight, and this part is connected. All right, let's continue. Here it is. Let's go. All right, folks, with it all together, there it is. Nice and quiet. Okay, better than before. 3 clamps. We got a connector. We got another connector. All right, that's it. Good enough for now. Like I said, the daily driver, just want to keep it alive. That's all we're doing. All right, thanks for watching. Ciao.